Hey everyone, Tim here from TMR. And last week, our friend Eugene from CanX hosted his year-end race party over at a machine shop. And then a few of our customers that were there asked if they could come over and see the progress on our IFS chassis. So they got to check it out. I might as well show you guys where we're at. I know some of the stuff you'll have seen before in some of the shorts or reels or whatever, but I'll just get you guys up to speed with what's built so far. So that's the rear bump stop mount in the car. Some of the guys that were here said they didn't quite understand where it goes, but it essentially sits behind the motor, and then beyond that there'll be additional tube work that the fuel cell mounts to. Front uprighter knuckle, they're all welded out and ready to go for heat treat. You guys have seen them before, you've seen this fixture before. There's a shot of the top of the cabin, or roof we'll call it. This plates here is for our steering rack. That'll come from Pro-Am. That top plate as well mates with it. Just a Spider-Trax unit bearing, some spacers for fixturing, and some prints. So this is what we're working on. I'll show you how far along we are on it. This here shows where all the machine tubes that come with the fixture kit go. This shows you lengths for cutting your threaded rod to make the fixtures. It's crazy easy how well this goes together. That's kind of the bottom, just length and some tube placements. Same deal there, just where more of the spacers go that are all included. And then while we're over there, or on our way, I'll show you another tool we picked up, this Hilti tube sander, tube polisher. I went with it because it was the only cordless one I found on the market that wasn't, like I wasn't buying a T-Mule, let's say that. So yeah, stoked with this guy, works awesome. There's a tube I was just working on, so that's 2-inch quarter wall 4130, which we use a bunch of in the front end of this car just for durability. I mean, this stuff's gonna get smashed into rocks. A-arm there on the way. There's that top of the car, roof, cabin, whatever you wanna call it. So it's fixtured, welded, not welded, but tacked essentially for now. And here's what we wanna get into. So this is the front bulkhead kit we're offering. So you could buy all of this, build your own chassis, build your own shock mounts, cut the front end off a solid axle car, install this if you want to go IFS. It's kind of wide open. In terms of how it's built, all this 3/16 plate work you see here, that's the fixturing. So that's all going to be removed. And how those fixtures work is you've got your Spider-Trax center right in the middle there. And then on each side, you've got some, there we go, some aluminum spacers. So you see 3 there, 3 there. You bolt the fixture onto those spacers, and now the fixture's upright. And then in terms of loading your pieces, you start at the back here with a threaded rod and a whole bunch of machine spacers that come in that fixture kit. And you just start at the back here and build it out. One nice thing about this car, the whole bottom or belly, that 2-inch quarter wall chromoly runs front to back, both sides, and all your tabs mount off of it. So that's extremely solid. One of my buddies has an IFS car, and the whole bottom's built out of 120 wall, and those pivots are kind of cut or notched into the 120 wall, so not the strongest thing. He's definitely seen some damage, so when he saw how this was built, he was like, that's smart. So that's where we're at. So you can see that's a pivot for a lower arm, the other pivot there for the lower arm. Like I mentioned, the piece from Spider-Trax in the middle there. And then if we slide around the side, again, another threaded rod and a whole bunch of machine spacers that we supply you with. So it's basically spacer and then tab, spacer, that and that, which I don't yet have finished. Those are your upper A-arm pivots. Again, all this plate work is just on there as a fixture. There's the 3 bolts that go into the Spider-Trax third. And again, you can see that 2-inch quarter wall chromo runs front to back, and then all the tabs are raised up off of it. This piece here is going to get the rack mount into it, and that's effectively, we're not done assembling this yet, but once that's assembled, that's one of the kit options from us. So again, that's an awesome builder kit if you want to convert something to IFS or start a chassis using our stuff. These upper parts in the fixture for the shock mounts, which kind of phase 2 of this build once you get a little further along. So I'll be happy to show you guys that once we get there. And here's like another print, again with tube layouts to make it easy to construct. And then here's like assembly manuals. So you can see this is the shock mounts. We're just kind of figuring out the next steps and where we're gonna be. But yeah, in terms of construction, This thing was super easy. You've got those fixtures, they bolt to the spider tracks there. You've got your threaded rod, machine spacers. Very easy foundation to build off of. Nothing's fixtured to this table whatsoever. You don't need a big Blanchard ground table. You could build this on the floor in your garage. All the accuracy is within the fixtures and the machine components. And this is designed for home builder, DIYer. You can totally build this kit at home. Like I said, nothing, like we're just using the table as a workbench. Nothing's fixtured to it. There's nothing fancy going on here. And you could build an IFS bulkhead, which is eventually going to get made into that. But yeah, if you got your own project in mind and want to convert it to IFS, this is definitely the way to go with our builder kit. So if you've got questions about this kit, construction of it, comments, whatever, post them up in this video here. We're always happy to chat and learn more from our customers.